DJ, what sort of adjustments are you trying to make after the game Saturday?
We just got to get better. You know, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to get better with what we're doing, trying to get to where we need to be.
Was it a communication issue, a fundamentals issue? Is there something you can kind of zero in on that you guys are really working on this week, or is it everything?
No, yeah. Well, we didn't tackle well. We didn't tackle very well at all, and then we just weren't in the right spots. And so that was disappointing. Thought we would be there. I thought we'd be further along than we were, and we just weren't. So we've got to find a way to get them better.
Coach, are more of your errors execution errors, or were there problems in the pre-snap as well?
No, execution. For the most part, I think we were lined up. We didn't execute.
Mark mentioned you had guys trying to make plays instead of playing the team concept, trying to maybe do too much.
Right.
Was that an issue, and how do you correct that?
Well, I think part of the problem was the pressure, and we didn't get guys to respond the right way, and so we just got to coach them and let that be a learning lesson for them, that every day you've got to do your job. Every play you got to do your job.
DJ,
talk about that
second game you guys at Florida State in 2010, I guess it was, against Oklahoma, sort of got lit up and reinvented yourselves sort of overnight. Do you remember that? What do you remember about how you went about sort of fixing that?
Well, you know what? It was a good wake-up call for our defense at that time, and so we went back to the drawing board and made sure that we were doing every little thing right, and so did our players. So they looked at that game and realized that they weren't the players that they thought they were, and so as a whole unit, coaches and players, after that game, we really recommitted ourselves to doing things right.
Are you hopeful that this was a similar situation with this group of guys?
I hope so.
Are you doing some reinventing? I know we see it more so talked about Draymond's move to the weak sideline. Is that sort of the product of doing some reinventing?
Well, we're changing some things, but not a whole lot of things. We're just trying to do what we're doing better.
Do you feel like you needed his size as a linebacker, or did something else necessitate the change?
Excuse me?
Did you feel like you needed his size as a linebacker, or did something else necessitate the change?
Trayvon has a lot of skills. He does, and he's good size and he's fast, and he's earned the right to be one of the top 11 players on our team. So that was a big part of moving him to linebacker.
Until you guys play a game, isn't it tough to know what a kid will do when the lights are on? You watch him out here, you evaluate him, but isn't it totally different sometimes when the lights go on, and that's when you have to make adjustments?
It is. You're right. It's tough because you can't recreate that environment in practice. You can't, as much as you try, you can't truly create that environment in practice, especially if you have players that have never been there, too. It helps sometimes if you have some players that have been in the game atmosphere.
Coach Treadwell at Miami had mentioned that they're not accustomed to seeing a D line with the kind of size that Kentucky has. How do you make that an advantage on Saturday?
Well, our scheme is fit for our D linemen to do their job and be successful. So we're just going to continue to run our scheme.
What is it that worries you about Miami? What are some concerns? What are things that you guys are focusing on?
Well, they run an option offense, which you don't see that a lot. So you got to make sure that your assignment's sound, that kids are reading their keys and doing their job and executing.
Mark said you all kind of had to force Blake McLean into a spot he wasn't ready for Saturday. What did he show you at camp, though, that you knew he was going to be able to contribute somewhere this early in his career?
Well, Blake is extremely hard worker. He's very focused. He picks up things quick. He's tough. He's athletic. So, like Trayvon, we knew that he was going to be one of our best 11. So we had to find a spot for him. And through training camp, we worked to find that spot for him.
Have you noticed his improvement, being able to focus in on that one spot now in practice today?
Yes, he's getting better every day. He's getting better every day.
Mark talked a little bit about, at least thinking about down the road using Bud at linebacker with some more size. And obviously you need him in the position. Do you see that as an option, as another sort of, as a stopgap?
We have some 3-4 packages, and he's an outside backer in our 3-4 packages. So, we may call those schemes more often, or we may not. But we definitely have that package, and he is an outside backer in that package.
Obviously, you're disappointed with the loss and the way you played overall, but were there one or two guys that maybe stuck out who did play well for you?
It's tough. You know, it's tough to say that. I think that some guys showed good leadership, but it's tough to say that there were guys that played winning football.
Anybody else? Anything good? Okay,